Hey YouTube, Pedro the Broke Prepper here with another video. Today's video is on my Get Home Bag. So, before I get into this, I just want to go over some things. That most of the stuff I have in here is kind of like inexpensive, or things that I probably would have given away, or things that if my car got broken into or stolen, that it would be a hit, of course, because it's stuff that's mine that's gone, but it wouldn't be as much of a hit as if I had like super awesome stuff in here. So keep that in mind when I go over this stuff. So without further ado, let's go into it. First things first, the actual bag. This is my old high school backpack. It's worn out, it has some tears here and there, but it's still sturdy, like it's still good, still intact. So, and it's inconspicuous, it was free, it's something that was kind of just taking up space, and now it's found a use again, so yeah. And on the outside pockets, I have, this is something that would really hurt if I lost, but I have it in here because it's a good multi-tool. Is my SOG, or SOG as a lot of people call it. My power lock. It's a really good tool. I really like it. I use this for landscaping and stuff. It was something that really came in handy way more than once, and it really paid for itself with the uses that I've had. I've changed out machine batteries, car batteries, bolts, cut wire, cut weed eater line, used a knife to peel wires. I have used this thing time and time again for many things. So this is definitely one of my more favorite multi-tools, just because I've used this the most and I've used it so much, and the pliers are really good. And now that I say this, I think I might want to switch it out for a different multi-tool. Maybe like a Husky or something from Home Depot. But as of right now, this is what's in there. I also have the Ranger by Frost Cutlery. It's a pretty cheap knife. Cheaply manufactured, but it's pretty sturdy. I've used it quite a couple times. It's not a bad knife. It's pretty sturdy. It feels good in the hand. Very cheap knife, but it's a good budget knife, just because you're kind of getting a little bit more than what you're paying for with this knife. Yeah, not a bad knife. I've used it a couple times to cut weed eater line. I've thrown it into trees and stuff. Things like that. And I like that, for instance, you know how most pocket knives, you kind of have to open it a little bit and then flick it open. But the more experienced knife openers, I guess, kind of do it with one fluid motion. This is literally, you don't have to break it open at all. It just kind of flicks open. So good and bad. Pocket clip is somewhat loose on some of them, but yeah, it's not a bad knife. I really like it, especially for the price. It's something that if I lost tomorrow, I'm not gonna cry about it or anything like that. So the Ranger by Frost Cutlery. Now I'm going into the small front pocket. An extra belt, just in case I lose my belt or forget to wear a belt that day. Shit hits the fan. Yeah. Sunglasses, an extra pair. These are safety glasses. Just, to have, I guess. It's good to always have sunglasses. That's something be bad sometimes. Now going into the second pocket. Have the first aid kit that came with my SHTF monthly gear bag from Bud Care, and attached to it I have the flashlight that came with it. Oh, did I leave it on in there? It looks like I did, guys. Killed my own battery. That's okay. I have extras. That kind of just sucks that I just wasted them like that, though. So that's a good experience. I'm sorry, my daughter's in the background crying. That's a good like experience to document. Try to make sure your flashlights aren't on in your safety bag or in your get home bag or your bug out bag. So the first aid kit comes with what came in it, you know, band-aids, a sting relief, antiseptic towelettes, but I did add this safety booklet that came with it, and sorry guys, and I added my Craftsman multi-tool mini, which is it's scissors instead of pliers, a little knife, some screwdrivers, a nail file, things like that. This multi-tool cost, last time I checked, was like $10. I've had this for years. This one and another one. Really, really, really like them. I've used these countless times in school, cutting paper. You know, forgot to cut my nails at there, and I noticed they're getting a little long. Things of that nature, just random uses like a loose screw here and there. Really love these multi-tools. I really do swear by them, and I do recommend them to anybody. If you're in Sears, if you're at Sears and you have $10 that you can spend, get them. Like, they really do compete with the Micra, the Leatherman Micro or Micro, whatever you want to call them. And they're like half the price, you know. I like my Micra. I had that for a very long time, and I've used that just as much, and I love it. But for the price, Craftsman really kind of outshined them in my book. Really outshined Leatherman anyway, in that one multi-tool. So, moving on. I have an extra pair of socks, just because the extra socks go a very long way, especially when you're in an area where there might be snow, where it snows, like Colorado. If your socks get wet, it's very uncomfortable, and you really want to switch them out ASAP. Something else from the same subscription pack, the United Cutlery toothpick. I know I kind of didn't like this knife when I first got the box, but to tell you the truth, it's really, really grown on me, and I like it a lot more now than I did when I first got it. It's not a bad knife, and it feels comfortable in the hand. The handle is a little small, but you can kind of really grip up on it, and it just has this kind of curvature that it just really looks nice. And you know, in a self-defensive situation, I feel like it would really either A, scare off somebody because you always want to try to avoid the fight, or B, do serious damage with minimum effort, you know, kind of gliding through stuff. And I like the sheath just because you can kind of hook it to your belt in the back and then clip it to your front and have it just hanging down, and you know, you grab your knife. So moving on, I have one more thing in this pocket. I have my Maglite Mini. Really like this flashlight. Again, inexpensive, really good flashlight. Uses AAA's. So it's a common battery for whatever reason or another, and I have extra battery, the Panasonic lithium, or at least I thought they were the lithium. They're heavy duty power, dollar store batteries. So yeah, that's it for this pocket. So now going into the main pocket, I have extra hat. It's a black hat. It's kind of worn. It's an old hat that again I was gonna throw out, but I put in here just to kind of have it. It's a dirty hat, kind of, you know, blends in with the crowd, doesn't stand out at all. Makes you kind of look a little homeless type of thing. And I have a scarf. Again, it's pretty much themed for the cold, just because it's kind of cold right now and you don't want to get stuck out there in the cold with minimum materials, because that sucks. So, and then on top of that, you know, it's just kind of good to have, cover your face with it. Things like of this nature, you know, it's a good multi-purpose thing. It's just good to have. And then last, I have my snowplow jacket that I used to plow snow in, and on my ATV, on not my ATV, but on the company ATV. And it's just a dickie from Walmart. I think it cost like $20. And I'm not gonna say it was the best coat that I had or jacket that I've had, because I've definitely have had better. But for the price, it definitely did what it was supposed to do, which was kind of keep me dry and keep me somewhat warm. And it was just really good. Like I was plowing snow on really cold, like middle of the night on an ATV, and that is really a shitty situation. But I did it with this thing, so it kept me alive, it kept me good, and so I figured instead of throwing it away, I can definitely put it in my Get Home bag. And you know, you kind of put it on and you put with the knife, it kind of covers the toothpick, the United Cutlery toothpick, which I'm thinking of switching out with the SOG Karambit, the fixed blade. So I don't know if I want to do that or not, because I kind of want it here and then put that there, but then I want the Karambit also. Post it in the comments what you think I should do. So that's pretty much it for my Get Home bag. It's definitely a working process and it's by no means done. I would definitely like to hear what people suggest adding or taking out for whatever reason. You know, make it a conversation like we have done with all my past videos. I definitely do appreciate all the advice and help that everybody has given me thus far. So yeah, I also want to kind of talk more on the idea of my Get Home bag. My Get Home bag is I kind of made it with the notion of, I work pretty far from my house and I kind of work close to downtown, and especially given recent events. If a riot breaks out and I'm no longer comfortable staying where I am, and I see that taking my car is not really an option just because the streets are fully loaded with people, I'm gonna grab my Get Home bag, throw on my coat, throw on my hat, throw on the scarf, and, you know, try to maneuver my way home on foot. And then when everything kind of dies down, go back and hopefully be able to get my car if it's still there after that, after whatever it is that happens, or if I at all even go back. So that's kind of the notion, that's the idea or thought process that I've had behind my Get Home bag. So tell me what you guys think. Be safe, have fun prepping, and don't forget, you two, don't ever not be prepared.